Hello, and welcome to my TED Talk. Today's TED Talk is on my experiences in the political Discord that I'm in that I've told you all about. So, to give a little background, I first found where the Discord came from on Reddit. It was Political Compass memes. To explain what a political compass is, it is a test to define your political ideology and is defined in four categories: authoritarian right, authoritarian left, libertarian right, libertarian left. Basically, they are economic and uh, government wise, not social wise. Although there have been different tests that have added in conservative or progressive. Um, so, and I saw that in Discord, so I decided to join. And just to explain how it went, there's a lot of just shooting the crap with each other, I guess you can call it, and talking about random things. There's also a lot of political discussion that does happen on many different topics, like distributionism, different types of political thought, different types of economics, certain like leaders, certain countries, just religion, even getting really into it, and different things. They have a thing called political tests. They have a bunch of different political tests you can take that they've found over the, I guess, year or so to help you define yourself politically more, such as the right values test, the left values test, the eight values quiz, the 9 axis, Shapley, all these different political tests just to help you define your political ideology more. And I've enjoyed it. I've talked to a lot of different people with a lot of different ideologies, and it's helped me kind of figure out more about myself and what I believe in. And it's been a lot of fun. I'm talking to these people and learning about different ways people want to address issues and how they think issues should be addressed and their opinions on different things. There is some downside, but I mean, it's expected. It is in fact a political Discord server, and they have no limits to what politics you can believe in. And when I say no limits, I mean literally no limits. There's actual, like, communists on there. Not a lot of fascists, they don't really get along with them, but there is, like, Strasserites, people that literally want, like, dictatorial governments. And it's kind of interesting to see, because, like, you don't expect people to allow that, but they allow basically all political thought. So you have, like, in one side you'll have a communist, like a Stalinist, and then the next side you'll have an anarcho-capitalist, which are completely different. And it's always interesting to see each person's different beliefs. But like I was saying, it allows all beliefs. It also allows very very progressive and very conservative beliefs. So while some of the people there are cool, there are also, which I warned people, I've warned anyone that's asked me about joining, there are unironic racists and homophobes, which you might be like, that's not okay. Why would they allow that? Because the people that run it believe in allowing full political discussion, which does involve that. So they would feel wrong censoring people on that fact. But it's just been fun talking to these people and getting to know more about myself and more about the different political ideas that there are, because there's a lot. And just figuring out who I am. I've also met some people on there that I play Dungeons and Dragons with, which is nice. They're all very different politically, but we keep it out of it, and it's just been a fun time. But it's just, there's a lot of nuance in politics you don't get when you're, like, not to say anything, but, like, when you're mainstream politics, it's usually just slight variations of the same thing. But with here, you actually have, like, very nuanced beliefs that are very specific to what they believe in. And while they have labels, they don't really follow them fully, and so you have different people. And you learn about different things that that you've never known about, like minarchism, which is the belief in a night watchman state, a government whose only job is to enforce the NAP, which is the non-aggression principle, which says you basically can't hurt people, and companies can't hurt people, and that's it. That's the only rules. Don't hurt anyone on purpose. That's the only rules I really have. And don't infringe on people's rights, and that's it. The government does nothing else, which I think is insane to learn about. And then there's also Strauss rights, which are based on these two members of the Nazi Party who weren't as authoritarian and economically right as the Nazis, but they still were there, which is very interesting to hear people's beliefs. And there's a lot of different discussions on what a state should do, if there should be a state, how taxes should work, how income should work, and I just really enjoy it. But fair warning to anyone who wants to join, like I said, there are unironic racists and homophobes, and there are actual, like, very extreme people politically, so that might be a thing that turns you away from it.